All right, welcome everybody. My name is Anthony Rice, and I am the programming instructor here at Esports Players Club. We are an esports academy that just opened up, and we teach a variety of classes on multiple different topics. And today, I am covering some of the coding stuff that we do inside of Roblox. And this is going to be a tutorial on coding with Lua inside of Roblox Studio and game development inside of Roblox Studio. And if you're watching from wherever you are in the world, I welcome you to come check us out. And if you are already a member here and are watching this on a video, well, welcome, welcome. We're really, really glad to have you. So today I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the overall just basic layout of Roblox Studio and everything that is going on inside of this very, very, very great game engine. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close my asset manager. So right here, you have what is called a base plate. You can view everything inside of this entire game by going through your Explorer tab. To move around in Roblox Studio, you're going to use the W, S, A, and D key. You can also use E and Q. And you can also click with the right click on your mouse to drag the screen around and left click to select things. This is essentially how you move all around inside of Roblox Studio and perform various operations. If you want to see everything inside of your game model, which we'll talk a lot about later, everything that exists inside the game is right over here, and you can access all of these different things right here as well. So to go ahead and get started, we're going to delete the base plate. To delete the base plate, you're going to come over here to the workspace. You're going to click base plate and you're just going to click backspace, just like so. And you should have something very similar to this on your screen. Now, as a sample tutorial, just to get us going here, I'm going to show you the basic mechanics of how you can create stuff in Roblox Studio. So to create things, you're just going to come right up here to parts, and you will have various different type of parts here. You have block, sphere, wedge, different type of wedge, and then a cylinder here. So you can click block here, and you can use the following tools to manipulate this block, right? In the model tab here, you have the 5 ways to change a part's size, angle, and scale, and that's going to be select, move, scale, rotate, and transform. So if I want to move a part, for example, I would use these arrows here. I don't recommend grabbing a part and dragging it. It doesn't work. And then if you use that with the select tool, for example, you may end up taking it like all the way over here on accident, which wouldn't be something ideal. So I recommend that you just use the move tool and just grab using these axes. If it's moving by like specific studs here, for example, let's say it's moving like very clickily, I guess, lack of better words, let's say I have 5 here, right? If it's moving like this, then that's because you have these boxes checked. Just uncheck those boxes and you'd be able to move things freely. You can also scale, which changes the part's size. So you can make things as big and as small as you want. You can rotate a part, which changes the angle of the part relative to a specific pivot point. And then transform, you can move a block up, you can rotate it as well. You can also scale it. And it's essentially like a tool all in one. And it even gives you some measurements here so you can see the volume and whatnot of the stud. So it tells you it's a 6 here by 17 as I selected here. You can also get the height as well, like so. But these are the main tools you use to manipulate a part. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Now, if you want to manipulate other things about the part, for example, its color, you would manipulate that here. So if I want the part to be red, for example, I would change that there. I can move this stuff around, change the color again to whatever I so choose after I selected a part. I can also change a part's material here as well. And this is something that's kind of newer to Roblox Studio. If you haven't seen it yet, but this is called the Material Manager. If you want to import any custom message or anything you see online, you're more than welcome to create like a variant material here and then upload an image, a color, anything that you make, and you can even set like how big that texture morphs onto the object you ask here, and also change how the material pattern is here as well. A little cool element that they added here for custom message. But let's say I want this to be a brick, for example. I can come here to brick and I can click this, click this and go ahead and come back to here, and it will be a brick. And a blue brick specifically because I have this here. Cool. But this is kind of some of the basics of just moving around and creating parts inside of Roblox Studio. And yeah, the last thing I want to show you guys is the idea of anchoring parts. So to anchor a part, essentially anchored is a property of a part, and we'll talk a lot about what properties are later, but it's a property of a part that makes a part immovable by forces. So what does that mean? If I run my game and play it now without anchoring it, the part is affected by the force of gravity, so it falls down to the ground and into the abyss. So if I just don't want that to happen, I would select the parts and I would just click this anchor button right up here. You can also come over here to your properties tab, and you also have the Explorer tab to select things, and then here's the anchor button right here. By the way, if you don't see these tabs up, you're just going to click the view window here and select them. They are right here. But that's just a nice overall analysis of how to do the basics inside of Roblox Studio. I recommend also learning the keyboard shortcuts of Control-C for copy, Control-V for paste, Control-X for cuts, Control-Z undoes, Control-Shift-Z, redoes whatever you do. So let's say you decided I don't want to do that, never mind, I want to do that, Control-Shift-Z redoes, and then Control-D duplicates. And you can use these various different things to essentially create many different types of parts and many different objects inside of the game, just like so. Moving things around, just like so. And you can even create a little bit of a sample obstacle course. And I even recommend that you try doing that before moving on to the next videos here. Is just work on creating a nice little sample, obby of multiple different stage sizes and parts. So anyways, that's just a rundown of some of the basics inside of Roblox Studio. We'll talk a little bit about the advanced basics and some scripting basics next. And I hope this video was very helpful for you all.